This is your refrigerator that we initially serviced on March 11th. Refrigerator, no cool. This is your model and serial showing the exact unit that we serviced. Upon arriving, we put your unit into service mode and found two error codes, 84 and 83. These, representatively, 84 indicates a locked rotor compressor, which means your compressor has failed and needs to be replaced. It is no longer pumping refrigerant. 83 error code is an abnormal error detection of your compressor. This could be a faulty communication between your inverter through the wire harness to your compressor. This error code was also depicted. We ran a diagnostic report showing, yes, and confirming you do have a cooling issue. Temperatures are roughly around 55-60 degrees on an average scale. After doing the repair, we had to replace the compressor. Your compressor was in a 10-year warranty. This was covered by Samsung and submitted to Samsung. The remainder of this, however, is out of warranty. It is not covered. This was explained to you in great detail. Your refrigerator is from 2019, so we are 6 years old. We are just past the entire sealed system warranty. So anything additional, such as the UV filter dryer, the access service ports, the inverter PCB board, and of course the labor, was all out of your pocket. You were given an estimate, you were explained this, and you agreed to charges. Now, going back, the 84 error code. I need a compressor to pump refrigerant through the system properly. Once this is done, I can check proper pressures and temperatures of the system. So, after the repair, this is a report showing us the compressor is pumping, temperatures throughout the system on the coils are dropping and getting to a past intolerance temperature rating. This report was sent into Samsung. Model, serial, also tagged and matching the beginning of the service. This is a copy showing you that we sent the report in to Samsung. They have an exact copy of this as well. Nearly a month later, which was April 1st, we go back to the call, your home, for a fridge no cool. We did a black light test because now your system has a UV dye throughout the whole sealed system. If there's any leak apparent from the condenser, any of the coils, the evaporator, the compressor, the UV filter dryer, the fittings, the solder joints, anything like this would now be able to be picked up on this black light test. You would see like a highlighter glow being sprayed. There is no leak in the back area of this refrigerator. This was documented to Samsung on a visual support where we showed them there's no internal leaks. This indicates you have a cabinet leak. This is within the cabinet that cannot be accessed. It is not repairable. So as I explained to you on the phone, this is a required. Once I start process A, putting in a compressor so it can pump the system properly, I can come back now and check for leaks. No leaks were found. Unfortunately, now I can tell you it is not repairable. I cannot give you a refund because the labor, the additional parts, was performed. This is a required action, unfortunately, for Samsung to do any type of secondary outcome. Now that this is not repairable, still within that 10-year sealed system warranty, they did give you a buyout option where they gave you a depreciated return. But now you're asking me to refund you my entire labor and everything else that we did, the gas, the refrigerant, the vacuuming, the service ports, solder, all of this that's required in a sealed system. You're asking for a refund that I can't take out. I can't refund these. I can't reuse these parts. I explained this to you, and I advised you to call Samsung back. If Samsung were to give us payment for the entire job and cover this under a warranty for you, I told you I would be happy to give you a refund at this portion. This is where you proceeded to disconnect the conversation. You never followed up. I'm sorry that upset you.